In this video, we talk about the need for two-factor or multi-factor authentication. So the most common form of multi-factor authentication is that you access a website, type in your username and password, and you click to continue. And then you receive a code to your phone that you use for a second factor of authentication to be able to log into the website. Some of these multi-factor authentication use SMS, which has been shown to be insecure and should be discouraged. However, if that's your only option, it's better to use SMS two-factor authentication than none at all. A better option would be to use an authenticator tool like Google Authenticator or Microsoft Authenticator. So I'm going to present a couple cases of why multi-factor authentication is important. The first one is from a former student. A former student of mine had his mother's account at Amazon compromised because she used simple passwords across multiple sites. And through a simple library attack, they were probably able to gain access to her account. After gaining access to her Amazon account, they set up multi-factor authentication, ensuring that his mom can never log back into the account without providing the multi-factor authentication code, which they didn't have access to because they didn't set it up. What's interesting is that the PayPal account with the same address was also attacked, and however, PayPal noticed the suspicious activity and froze the account before they had to do anything with it. They still decided to cancel her cards and change their passwords on several sites to ensure that this didn't happen. And PayPal probably flagged this activity because it was coming from another country, in this case, Slovakia. After reaching out to these companies, they were able to gain access to their email account again and change their password, but they were still not getting correspondence from Amazon. And it turns out that their email account actually had all the email sent to redirect to another email account. That's why they weren't able to receive these messages from Amazon. Once they did receive those messages from Amazon, they were able to upload a government issued ID per Amazon's request and were able to disable the multi-factor authentication and recover their Amazon account. So another case is that of Matt Honen's digital destruction. So hackers were able to compromise his Apple ID to gain access to his Gmail account. As a byproduct of this, he lost his emails and his documents and even his pictures of the first year of his daughter's life by remotely wiping all his devices. So their ultimate goal was always to take over his Twitter account, now X account, and wreak havoc. And his Twitter account name was simply Matt. So what was the preparation for these hackers? Well, the first thing that they did was they went to his Twitter account, saw that it was linked to his personal home webpage, and on his personal home webpage, they found his Gmail account. And from there, they initiated a recovery request where they saw m******n at me.com. From there, it's simple to figure out that his email address is matthonen at me.com. And at this point, you could honestly get into any email associated with Apple. And this is why. All you need is three things. You need an email, you need a billing address, and you need the last four digits of a credit card. So the email was retrieved through Twitter. The billing address is a simple lookup at many sites that make the address information public. And the last four digits of a credit card you can gain through Amazon. You're no longer able to do this, but this was the process. You call Amazon and tell them you're the account holder and that you want to add a credit card to your account. All you need is the name of the account, the email address, and the billing address, which they had access to. Amazon then allows you to input a new credit card. So that's what these hackers did. So they set up a bogus card and then hung up. They called Amazon right back and told them that they've lost access to their account. They ask you to provide your name, billing address, and new credit card number, which you just added the new credit card number. And then Amazon will allow you to add a new email to the account. So they added a random email to the account. And then they went to Amazon website and said, we need to send a password reset to this new email account. From there, they were able to log into the Amazon account, which allows you to see all the credit cards that are on file. So they were able to gain the last four digits of the credit card number. Now that they had the last four digits of the credit card number, from here they were able to gain access to Apple Mailbox account through a temporary password that they were able to get because they had access to the email account, the address, and the last four digits of a credit card number. So they changed the password to the me.com mailbox account, which is the backup to the Gmail account. From there, they issued a request from a Gmail account for recovery. So that email was sent to the me.com account where they were able to gain access to that Gmail account. From there, they were able to reset the Twitter password using the Gmail account. And at this point, they deleted all the Google account and remotely wiped the MacBook, iPad, and iPhone. So revisiting this hack, Matt Honan said, had I used two-factor authentication for my Google account, it's possible that none of this would have ever happened. So the question for you is multi-factor authentication sufficient? Well, you might be saying, well, no, because you're asking this question, and that is correct. So let's look at an example. If a user tries to access a server, the server is going to require authentication. The user provides the credentials, the server is going to authenticate that user. However, if a hacker is able to intercept that session or hash, they could repass that hash to be able to authenticate. This is another reason why you need to be on networks that you can trust, or at least use a VPN to ensure that no one can capture your information as you're passing this back and forth between the server. Additionally, servers should only hash on the server rather than on the user's device, because anything on the user's device can be manipulated to do whatever the user wants it to do. Thanks for watching my video. Feel free to click the links here to watch the next video of the playlist, continue to the next playlist, or subscribe.